about this just yet.
And I've known Mr. Trump for over 10 years and had kind of a unique meeting with him. Each year, I'd get busy throughout the year as my daughter started to get older and I felt like I didn't get to see him very much. We'd take a trip somewhere. And so they said, well, we want to go to New York. And so we go to New York, and I'm in the airport, and I'm thinking, well, I'll find a book to read on the plane. And I wanted something, to put me in a New York kind of mood. So I got a book, and it was by Mr. Trump, and it was a series of essays on his thoughts on everything, one practical solution to both simple and complicated problems after the next. Everything from how to buy a suit to getting even to golf and what golf allows you to do with regard to making connections and bringing people together. I'm still working on the golf thing because I hate golf. And as we're walking around the streets of New York, I'm running across all these buildings that I read about in the book. Buildings that were distressed, buildings that were broke, buildings that were empty, buildings that were important parts of the New York skyline, but were just destitute and boarded up. We're walking by them. There's one, there's one, there's one. And we're not just talking about, here's an office space. We're talking about whole buildings. And so I get to thinking, and I'm walking along. I'm thinking, well, what the heck? I'll call him. And so then I call the phone, 911, and anyway, I talk a little bit and say, found the book interesting, and eventually, I talked to his assistant, who's a fantastic lady, named Meredith, and it turned out we had some things in common. We both had gone to college in Utah, and we started talking
my
about
secretary,
places
she
to go,
won't
stuff
interrupt
to
me
check
because
out in
she's
New York
thinking,
and whatnot.
she thinks they're pulling her leg. And I come out there and she says, Mr. Trump's on the phone. And I'm thinking, and so then pretty soon I'm back on the phone. I'm talking to Meredith again, and I talked to Mr. Trump. And then, of course, over the years, we've talked about a bunch of different subjects and just had the pleasure of his friendship for years. I know personally what a warm, caring person he is and how he has a lot of dimension to his personality and thinks about everyone. Then several times have gone to New York and met him in his office. And one thing that always impressed me, because he's got the greatest buildings ever, just designed in an incredible way. One thing that really impressed me was his office. I went back to his office, and his office reminds me of my office. His office was a space where you work. It was a plain, uncluttered place where you focus and you zero in and you solve problems. And it's because I'm waiting for a bunch of elaborate stuff and all that. Oh, no, this is where everybody, no matter what they do or whatever, no matter what they hope to accomplish, you have to get down to the lowest common denominator, and you have to focus on specific things without the clutter, without the distraction, and that's exactly what his space was. Well, and so then I go in there, and it's obvious that he's got incredibly high energy. Through my conversations with him, they're always high energy. And then the other thing was his curiosity. And so, of course, I go in there and I want to ask him questions on nearly everything. Well, it's difficult to fit the questions in because he's asking questions faster than I can ask questions. And he's a guy that's got incredible curiosity and wants to know something about everything. And as a result, on so many incredible subjects, he does. And then the other thing, along with the energy and the curiosity, was the confidence. Everything is confident. Everything is confident. And I thought about that each time that I've left his office. Each time I left his office, I felt more confident. He would talk about his projects, and it's not like, oh, this is going to be a good one or it's okay. No, each project is going to be the best. This is going to be the best. That's going to be the best. This is going to be, and then, but likewise, as he's talked about, as the dialogue continues, he's talking about how everything everybody can do can be the best, because everybody's got the ability to be the best. John Wooden talks about everybody's capable of great effort. Anybody can have great effort. Everybody can be the best as long as you give everything that you have. And I think that has to do with things like elections and the responsibility to elevate ourselves and elevate our country. I believe America needs energy, curiosity, and confidence. And then the other thing, and I love this definition, what's the definition of insanity? All right, well, the crowd has offered some incredible definitions of insanity, all accurate, but the one that I think about all the time, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So once again, the definition of insanity to me is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, and that's what we've been doing for at least 10 years. And so if we like the last 10 years and do the same thing, we're going to get the same results. And I don't think anybody here is interested in the same results. America needs different results. We need to make America great again. It's time for Mr. Trump to assist us together in our country and all the people in our country to achieve different results, making America great again. I give Mr. Trump my full endorsement, and I hope you do too. Thank you.